Okay, let's take you live here now to one of our reporters there on scene. We can go live to Damali. She's live at the scene there in Southwest Houston with the latest information. What are you seeing at this point, Damali? Walk us up to speed.
Yeah, Delon, I can tell you that law enforcement officers, you can see it on their faces that they are on a mission right now. Stella Link right here to my right, and we're here at Stella Link at 610 South, and this street is saturated with law enforcement officers, from state troopers to area constables to the Houston Police Department to sheriff's deputies. Now, we're told this shooting happened right around 11:30 before noon, and that these were members of the Gulf Coast Violent Task Force, Violent Offenders Task Force with the U.S. Marshal's office, and that task force is made up of law enforcement officers from all across the region, from HPD to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Alan Rosen tweeted out that his deputy constables are also in that task force and that prayers are going up after that officer was shot. Now, we're told right over here in this parking lot is where the task force was serving a warrant, an arrest warrant this morning. There is a brown pickup truck. Chip, not sure if you can zoom into that brown pickup truck, but there is a brown pickup truck that the officers and deputies surrounded as they were trying to serve out a warrant on a very violent offender, we're told. And that's when the man opened fire on the officer, on the law enforcement officer. We're not sure at this point if it's an officer or a deputy, but it was a law enforcement officer who was shot. And we're told that's when the gunman got out of his vehicle and ran away. And that search has been on for the gunman since he ran away. We're told there was a sighting of him. And I can tell you that I can see, wow, 5 officers just behind our camera just zipped by right there. They are looping around, they're driving around, they are looking for this man, trying to get him in custody. He is clearly a danger to our area after shooting a law enforcement officer. Now, that officer was rushed to Bentop Hospital, and we do have the chief was here at this scene. The Houston Police Department chief is now at Bentop Hospital. We're told updates will come from Bentop Hospital, but here at this scene there are dozens of state troopers and deputies and police officers. There's a siren right now going by. You may be able to hear that. But they are still here, saturating this area, still processing this scene, still trying to get as much information from this brown truck as possible. There is a bullet hole in that truck because we're told that the person that they were serving the warrant on fired from the seat inside that pickup truck and shot the officer. And a little bit more about the U.S. Marshal's Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. They serve warrants on the worst of the worst. It's their job to, when no one else can catch a fugitive, it's their job to hunt that fugitive down, to find the fugitive, and then apprehend them. And they do that successfully dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Now, this time, we're told this morning, they were able to find a fugitive. They surrounded that pickup truck, but when they approached the truck trying to take that person into custody, that's when we're told the fugitive opened fire and shot the officer. The officer was taken to the hospital, was rushed to the hospital, and since then, officers have been saturating this area. Then the search is on, the manhunt is on, Delon, as they try to find the gunman who shot that officer this morning just before noon.
Okay, Damali live there on scene. Have you been able to speak with potentially maybe any shoppers in the area? I know it's raining in that area though. Any shoppers in the area that potentially heard something or saw something at all, Damali?
You know, we were actually probably about an hour away doing another report, so we just arrived here on this scene. So I have not been able to speak with anyone. Just as we were walking over, trying to get to this staging area, trying to get as close to the scene as possible, I have been speaking with a few of the officers who are here. I spoke with a couple of workers right here in this general area, and they are just saying that they hope this guy is in custody real soon. But we haven't been able to speak with any customers yet. Just as soon as we're finished chatting with you, we're definitely going to go over and try to get more information from people who were here when that shooting happened.